Yes.
Yeah, yeah. No, as we said before, it's kind of a small community, the voice community. You know, I mean, everybody doesn't know everybody, but it's a pretty small, you know, pretty small community.
We're on good terms with each other for the most part, but we don't. Well, I can only speak for myself. I don't know about you guys. You might be party animals, but for me, I'm a social retard. I just don't go out much. I don't do much, but in the studio, when I do get a chance to see people in the hall, I'll sit. You know, we'll sit down and we'll have a great conversation. Usually, they won't give us beer because they think we'll ruin something. But yeah, given the opportunity, we do get together, and some of the big producers do have parties from time to time, and we'll see each other at those events, that kind of thing. But we're all, you know, scrambling around trying to make a living, so we don't really get a chance to just hang out and do silly voices together.
I think I've actually met more voice actors going to conventions than anything else.
That's one of the main reasons I love going to conventions, because I get to hang out with these guys. It's great.
This one's for Mr. Blum. I talk about you a lot to my friends, whatever, and it always comes up. People calling you. I've heard a lot. The Samuel L. Jackson of anime voice actors.
Me?
What'd you just say?
I am sick and tired of these hot-headed snakes on. I've never heard that. That's amazing.
Because it's like you're almost in every series. It's kind of hard not to like hear your voice.
I'm sorry.
You know, the next time you tell that story, why don't you say like Michael Caine or something? You know,
Everybody, look who I'm sitting next to. Wow,
that's a great compliment.
That's a huge compliment. Wow, I've never heard that though.
That's one of the reasons I was saying he's very versatile. You know, in terms of he's very creative and he has a very versatile instrument. So I mean, there's no accident. And in our business, you know, like a lot of times in the on-camera world, you see stuff that you shouldn't be seeing because it's mediocre to poor work. But I don't think that happens as much in the voice world because you have just the voice to deal with. You know, there's no visual to help you along. And for people like Johnny and Steve that have careers that just continue to build on themselves is a great compliment to both of them. Very talented guys.
I
love you too, man.
I got this warm, fuzzy feeling. Are you asking me? I don't know. Pick somebody cool. Think of somebody really cool, all right? All right, yes. Do that. Start spreading that. Yeah, go on the forums and start saying that.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It'll stick.
Don't say I told you to, though. Delete that part out of the video, please.
When you're doing the dubbing, have you picked up any Japanese from doing the dubbing?
Konnichiwa.
Nandayo.
Yeah, my answer would, no, you go. My answer would be, no. You know, a word here to, hi, you know.
Yeah.
That's kind of yeah. I mean, you pick up words here and there, I think.
Yeah, I'm actually embarrassed by how little Japanese I actually know. I feel like I should know the language inside and out, but I really don't. It's a shame because we're really not exposed to it as much as you might think. A lot of the stuff we'll hear either dry or they'll, you know, play the line really quickly, and we're concentrating so hard on the technical part of it that we really can't concentrate on the Japanese interpretation or the English interpretation of the Japanese. So I think for a lot of us, we really don't have a command of the language that I wish I did.
Well, you know, there are time restrictions, as Steve was mentioning earlier. There are time restrictions, and as an intellectual endeavor, it would be great to say, "Hey, play production again. Let me hear that. Oh, that's cool, man." But there's just no time for that. You know, this really isn't. We're just trying to get the job done, and it's like that.
Yeah, about the only one I can parrot back is Nani?
Is there a particular, I don't know if you can favor one, but is there a particular company any of you like to work for? Like, working with, I guess?
No, we can't answer that question.
We love them all.
We love them all.
Equally.
They're like our children.
I was just thinking, what character do you guys most relate to or you seem like you're more like?
For me, I think it'd be like Nero, or yeah,
Giant demon arm.
yeah. He said voice. He didn't say like personality. Right? I mean, I guess it would be. I mean, if I was facing demons, that's how I would act. You know? If I had a strange arm that had power, that's how I would do it.
I think for me, I have to find a little piece of me in every character. So I like to think there's a piece of me. That's my fantasy anyway, to think there's a piece of me in each one of my characters. And probably the ones that if I had to be honest, would relate to most on a personal level would be the ones that are really screwed up. And there was a character that I did a long time ago for Digimon. It was called, his name was JP. He was this little kid, and he was a little overweight, and he was really insecure. And for me, I really got into that role just because it reminded me of how I felt when I was that age, and I was a little bit overweight, and I was able to actually heal some stuff from my childhood with that role. It was kind of a weird thing in my life. But as I've kind of progressed through the career, I find these characters like Spike that, are such a badass that there's a part of me that really, I know I can do that at some point in my life if I was really dedicated enough to do it. I just have never been dedicated enough to do it. And, so, yeah, the food, I couldn't grow the hair out either. I tried. So Johnny can do that stuff though. I mean, it's serious. I mean, it's amazing.
I think our time's up.
But you can keep going.
You want to do a couple more questions? Okay.
All right. How about you in the back with there?
My first was Vash in Trigun. And I just remember, it was so different from, like when I did Power Rangers, we had to dub over the helmet head stuff. That was real easy. The guys were like, nodding and doing that, and you just kind of match and go, right, So it was really easy. But when doing, Trigun, you had to match a flap, I'm like, and it's like, but, and they pause a lot when they talk in Japanese, and I'm like, well, how am I supposed to make that work and make it natural? So for me, it was like school. It was like learning how to do everything, because that was like the first time I really did it, was Trigun. Is that your question? Is that what your question was? What it was like? Yeah, that's my answer.